Hello everyone, my name is Stracks and today we're going back to the future because today we are reviewing the Transformers collaborative Gigawatt. So here we are, and there he is in his wonderful retro styled packaging, and I love it. I never grew up with G1 because obviously I'm too young, because I was born in the early 2000s, but I can see how nostalgic this could be for many collectors. And well, let's take a nice look at it, shall we? So here we have him at the front, nicely showed there in his Back to the Future DeLorean mode. There he is in robot mode with a bit of fire coming out of his feet for some reason. 8+, the old style Hasbro logo there. His name is Gigawatt. The 2020 crossovers logo. There's the DeLorean there, and there's an Autobot logo there. Transformers Collaborative, Modern Meets the Eye, Back to the Future 35 years. Back to the Future 35 years. The Transformers Heroic Autobot, Modern Meets the Eye. On the top you just got 1, 2, 3, 4 steps of conversion. So this guy is pretty simplistic, it seems. On this side we have Back to the Future 35 and the DeLorean coming out of the trailer, which is cool because when you open this side of the box, it opens like a trailer would, and then you can take the box out, the figure out that way. Going to the back, you have tech specs, kind of the old style tech specs with the old Titans Return logos in there. Got some copyright stuff down here, Universal and all that. His name is Autobot Gigawatt, and his function is time traveler. You're never out of time when you're a time machine. When Marty and Doc Brown need a ride through time, Gigawatt is ready to fly. There's that same bio in multiple other languages. Another picture of Gigawatt right there. You got some stuff, things, the old Hasbro logo again, a lot of fire going on, the big Transformers logo there. On the bottom you have him in robot mode and vehicle mode, Transformers Authentic. You got the 2020 collaborative logo there, and I think that's it. Oh, on this side you have his name, Gigawatt. You got that same picture that was on the bottom here, and if you open it from this side, then you get a little Easter egg there, 1.21 gigawatts, which is cool to see. So now we've had a nice look at the packaging, let's go ahead and open him up. You were also greeted with this insert when you unbox Gigawatt, and it's some very cool schematic like images of the DeLorean before it was modified to time travel, and you got flux capacitor, all sorts of words that I cannot read, and Back to the Future flux capacitor, and you got that same 1.21 gigawatts there, and you got some sort of serial number down there. On the back, nothing. But there you go, it's a cool little thing there. I also wanted to quickly show you the instruction manual. It's extremely retro, just like the box, all done in this kind of white and blue, black and blue. So there's the back. Very nicely done, very retro. There you go, nice retro instructions as well. And here he is straight out the packaging, looking absolutely gorgeous. I have him on a flight stand right now, and he's in his flight mode. That, yes, is in the instructions, but overall this figure looks brilliant, and I've only seen the vehicle mode. Like, the amazing paint job on this guy. If we take a nice closer look, so here he is, back on the ground, back on the road. Here he is in his lovely DMC DeLorean mode, and oh my goodness, this is the king of mashups so far. I know they've released an X-Men mashup. I know they've released a Top Gun mashup. I only watched Top Gun the other week, and I semi-enjoyed it. It was alright. It was just one of those films that, one of those slow movies that only gets good when the planes go in the air. But anyway, this is the only mashup I have at the moment. I did used to have some older Star Wars mashup figures, but they didn't even come close to this guy. So as you can see, he's in his DMC DeLorean mode. Doesn't he look gorgeous? There's a nice kind of brushed steel effect going on here. My camera really doesn't do it justice, but it's kind of a brushed steel effect, like they had on the real car as well. Got some beautiful gunmetal grey at the front. They didn't have the DMC logo on there, which is unfortunate, but that's fine. Got some nice silvery headlights. A lot of black going around the sides. Silver rims, huzzah! Well, this is a premium, a slightly more premium figure, so you would think that they would paint the rims. But going along, got spots of white going around, some more black. Got some nice blue windows, and on the back we just got this whole pool of colour right here. This whole selection of colour right here. You got blues, greens, reds, black, everywhere. Obviously they could have put some more paint on here, but it's fine. Obviously there's these wires here that need a bit of paint, but apart from that, looks fantastic. And then you got this very shiny black paint on these thrusters here. And then you got some nice red tail lights going on there, which do not go all the way, because the tail lights go from here all the way to here. As you can see there, the pattern carries on underneath the thrusters, but obviously they didn't have enough time or something, I don't know. We got some more black here for the bumper. You got the nice California Out of Time registration plate. Got more of that kind of gunmetal grey here for around tail lights. And then on the bottom, you've just got visible head syndrome and visible pretty much everything syndrome. If you didn't know, this is a actual extreme remold of Siege Sideswipe, which is fine. They have reused that mold way too many times, unfortunately, but only because it's really good. I never had Siege Sideswipe. I probably never will get Siege Sideswipe, but they did just announce an Amazon exclusive Kingdom Sideswipe, and that's up for pre-order on Amazon right now. But anyway, now for his accessories. He has 2 accessories for vehicle mode and 1 accessory for robot mode. There they are. So the first one we're going to have a look at is his rifle, which is essentially Optimus Prime's rifle from the G1 series, but slight modifications of course for the figure. But I guess they kind of ran out of ideas and designs for what they were going to do with him, because obviously the DeLorean never transformed in the movie. It would have been awesome, but he never had a gun in the movie, obviously, because he never transformed, so we didn't need one. And so they just kind of made it up, and they stole some ideas from Optimus Prime's gun. And obviously he is blast effect compatible because he's technically from the Wolf Cybertron line. Unfortunately, I do not have any blast effects because I don't collect Siege figures at the moment. But yeah, so there's the blaster, and this stalls right under here. You plug the handle into this port right here. That stalls under there quite nicely. The next accessory I'm going to show you is the Mr. Fusion right here, done in white and gunmetal grey. Got the Mr. Fusion logo on there on both sides. Looks very good. And this has a peg on the bottom, and this will peg right into this port right here, like so. And then the final accessory that it comes with is this electricity conducting pole from whatever movie it was. Might have been the first one, I can't remember now. But it's just cast in black. Got some nice molded detail going on there. Some wires. And what you want to do is you want to get this peg here and peg it into that port right there. And it's made of a rubbery plastic as well, so you should have no problems with poke people in the eyes with it or anything. On mine, the Mr. Fusion doesn't like to stay in, so it kind of just wants to pop back out. Doesn't seem to be a very secure connection at all, so I don't know what's going on with that. To make him fly, put him in flight mode, what you want to do, take off this and take off that. It's in the way. So what you want to do, you want to focus. You want to make sure that you fold in the wheels at this hinge, not the hinge on the inside. That makes it go like that, because that is wrong, and that's for transformation. You want to go on the first hinge. Can sometimes be quite difficult to do. That's the front, and then you just put these down, and now he's in flight mode, looking lovely. But you can also flip these back up, and he can wait. He can't roll. I mean, his front wheels can roll, but due to how this has been molded, the back wheels do not roll at all when you roll him on a surface. Maybe on a carpet, but who knows. So, for comparisons, here we have Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Top Spin. This is the original one, not the Studio Series release. I'll just take this gun off him. And as you already know, Deluxes have become quite a bit smaller, but actually they're pretty much the same length there. Our Top Spin is a little bit longer. But as you know, Deluxes in robot mode have become a little bit shorter. Here is Revenge of the Fallen Wheelie. Obviously this is the original one because the Studio Series one doesn't transform. This of course is a ridiculous size comparison because Wheelie here is a remote control car and this is a big DeLorean, so you know, bits do. This guy, on the other hand, can roll perfectly well. Also, another quick feature that you can do, you can kind of sorta open up the door wings here, and the gold wing doors going on there, which looks quite nice, but as you can see, it's not actually opening the door, it's just opening that whole side panel, because the door's seam is actually there. That's where the door stops, and you're just unplugging that entire panel because it's for transformation. Talking about transformation, now we've done the first step, we can come here to the underside. Jesus. So first, what you want to do is you want to come to the bottom, take this out, and now you've done the first step, we can get on with the rest of the steps. So first, what you want to do is you want to come to the legs and just untab these panels on here. You then flip out this and then rotate it around. Split the legs, push the thrusters through, which will push out the feet, and then clamps, and then close that panel. You then want to push that through, close the panel, and there you have the legs all done. Now what you want to do, you want to come to here, you want to be very careful with this very small panel. You just want to untab that, swing it around, and that will clip into place. The same as the first. Untab it, swing it around, and that will click in. You want to fold out the arms, fold them all the way out. You then want to untab this whole front section, bring it down. Make sure you clear the head, you just want to swing this around. Once you flip this around, you want to come to these wheels, you want to flip it in for the flight mode and then flip it all the way in again. Flip it in for the flight mode and then flip it all the way in. Rotate this down, and then this tab into this joint here. Make sure this is all tabbed in. You now have slots on both shoulders, on the inside of both shoulders, and then you have tabs on the sides of the chest there. Just want to swing these in and tab them in. Like so. You can then put down the elbow and rotate out the hand, and down the elbow, flip out the hand, and there you essentially have Transformers Collaborative Gigawatt in his robot mode. And doesn't he look gorgeous? Look at this dude. Genuinely looks so fantastic. Obviously you can see the engineering of Siege Sideswipe in this figure, and you can see certain parts like the arms, I'm pretty sure, have just been straight carried over from that figure. But overall, this is a very good figure and could be a complete, and has been remolded enough to become its own figure. And of course, we can give him his accessories, and what the instructions tell you to do is grab the gun, grab the Mr. Fusion, and put it on the end. This is a bad idea, because when you plug it into his hand, the handle does not go in all the way. I mean, it's fine if you want his gun to just fall out his hand really easily, but if you don't want that to happen, then you just unplug the Mr. Fusion from the end and put it on the top, which in my opinion looks quite a bit better, and the gun fits in his hand a lot nicer. You can now also grab this electricity conducting pole, and you can use this big chunky peg instead, and this will peg right in to Gigawatt's shoulder, like so. And there you have the complete look for the Transformers Back to the Future Collaborative Deluxe Class Gigawatt, looking beautiful. And for comparison, here we have Earthrise Generation Select's exhaust. As you can see, Gigawatt is slightly taller than exhaust there. And of course we'll bring in Kingdom Core Class Rat Trap, which is one of our most recent reviews. And he is a very small guy. So there you go. Now for articulation, the head is on a ball joint, so we can do a bit of wiggly waggly, bit of rotation, and can look down very slightly but not up very well, unfortunately. These door wings on the back can hinge out, in and out. The shoulders can move outwards, do a full 360. Bicep rotation, 90 degrees at the elbow. The wrists can move inwards. Lovely waist rotation there. The hips can go out that far. Legs can go forward that far, back that far. Got a bit of thigh rotation there. You have quite a bit under 90 degrees of knee bendage there, which is unfortunate, but never mind. And you have some amazing ankle tilt there. So there you have it, everyone. There was the review of the Transformers More Than Meets the Eye Back to the Future Collaborative Deluxe Class Gigawatt. If you did enjoy this review, please like this video, share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to comment down below what you thought of this figure. I extremely recommend it if you can find him still. I got him for £35 from Amazon. You could probably find him for cheaper or more expensive, I don't know. But there you go. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and remember to ding that notification bell to get notifications from our YouTube channel for any new Transformers reviews that may or may not be released very soon. And don't forget to check out my toy reviews playlist for any toy reviews that you may have missed, Transformers or otherwise. And I'll see you in the next one. My name has been Stracks, this has been the Uber Geeks, and I'll see you next time.